Hello, 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 hello. Welcome again to a Prog Reborn. My name is Kosler. This is my progression playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know what that is, you can check it out in the link in the description below, or if you are watching live with chat, you can type in !intro to get a link to the introduction video on what a progression style playthrough is for Final Fantasy XIV. If you like what I'm doing, as always, if you could go ahead and give a like to the stream or even a like to the VOD, helps me get out there, get more eyes on me, work with the YouTube algorithm. And if you'd like to know the next time I go live, so you can catch me live and interact in chat, then go ahead and hit a subscribe to the channel so that you can get those go live notifications. What all did we do yesterday? It was the last little bit of our job quest roundup, followed by finishing out both the Forgotten Springs quests, side quests, plus the little bit of MSQ to get me out of Forgotten Springs with Udonan and getting some like piece of worm meat or whatever. Oh right, and then we also went and got our goblin cheese from Brayflock's Altox and did our Brayflock's long stop dungeon run. That's right, that's what we ended on yesterday, which gave us the last little bit of this Company of Heroes chain quest line. Is us trying to get the wine for this little banquet. So yeah, that's what we're going to be continuing on today, along with our usual cleaning up hunting logs and what have you. There's quite a few of the jobs that I have some entries in the hunting log in this area still left to pick up, though not nearly as much as what we had in Kurthus during the last stream. One final thing before I forget, this is not a reaction style playthrough. This is not my first time playing. My main character is already through patch 6.5, which is the, as of this stream, the most recent patch out there. And with that, I will likely make reference to different things that might be happening or that you will become aware of later on in the game. So if you are worried about spoilers, if you don't want to get spoiled on anything between this point and patch 6.5, it's all fair game. So this is your warning to get out now. All right, alrighty. What was I gonna say before I did that that spiel? I don't even remember. Right, we were just working on these hunting log stuff. So let's look at our rundown here for the folks. Already got warrior close to 40. Because warrior is what I took into the dungeon run. I will need to at some point actually do Sunken Temple of Karn. Do I do it right now? Yeah, let's just go ahead and do Sunken Temple of Karn right now. Get it out of the way. And while we're waiting on that, let's talk to Kate. What do you mean you forgot the wine? Kate would like to congratulate you on a job well done. Bravo M, thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. What good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Aperitif, I think that's how you say that. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need the wine. While you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Right, at the beginning of this whole quest line, Ishtola was like, I'm not fucking dealing with this crap. You can go and deal with this, or humor this guy as much as you want. I'm gonna search for other means to get information on Titan, because this is all in service of us figuring out how to get in deep into Ogamoro and find Titan so that we can deal with Titan, because we're right now on just sort of like primal squashing duty. Shamani Lomani. Sweat, grime, and blood. Ah, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order made out to Wineport Vinter Shamani Lomani. An order, let me guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. Maybe smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there was also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gegaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Drist Whites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you're confused. The display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You only wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. I did like this. This is probably the only thing that I did like in this whole quest, is that they just have a blind person and they just are doing their job, and it's not that big of a deal. Shamani Lomani would like to discuss wine with you. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I've always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work. None can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient. Wiskate must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Baergelant, God, these fucking Welsh names, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must beg his assistance. Oh, you're over here. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. This missile was too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gobu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Well then. I think he said no. Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsa Laminsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. And while I'm here, I forgot to pick them up over here. There's a couple of side quests. Let's go ahead and squash out. Bragalent, the master venter of Wineport, is having a difficult is having difficulty acquiring good cork. Jeez, I couldn't get through that sentence. You call this cork? That sad, squelchy thing isn't fit to kiss my back end, let alone my fine whites and reds. I'd say you should try again, except that I wouldn't trust you with the worst vintages now. You're dead to... You, adventurer. I've had it trying to get quality from my own lot. Show this oaf how it's done and bring me the materials you find off cork bulbs. Harvesting 5 of them should do. Time flies and uncorked wine sours. Go. You, Etgard. Etgard requires your assistance with a raptor predicament. Hello, adventurer. Here me or Master Berligant will know the reason why. I mean that he'll simply tell you himself if you refuse to hear it from me. You've no doubt seen those ghastly grass raptors skulking about outside our gates. Well, they've developed a taste for the vines we use to grow our brandywine cherries, and we can't abide by that. You must kill the horrible creatures. Righty. Boom, boom, boom. Switch back over to Scholar. Finish off Karn here. Hello, I am Tank. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, dun, dun. No AoE yet, which makes this annoying. Brother, you're just gonna get killed. Bees. Final sting. Hitting. I do have a Suna on the bar. I guess this you don't actually Suna, the the dooms. Boom, 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 boom. Ready? We got a thing who knows what they're doing here. You're supposed to, like if you're trying to solve the puzzle or whatever, you're supposed to put those spacers on some more, what you call them? More spots, some more panels, but they don't actually impede you from moving on. Do you not have wind bite? Okay, I was about to say. Pretty sure the bard should have had wind bite by now. Got a celebrity in our midst. Very popular Bollywood actress. Boom, boom, boom. Certainly gonna need to spam on here. Hit again. See if the bard uses the LB here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Here, you pulled. I don't know if the fairy actually he needs to heal. Cool, cool, cool. Might have put me to 40 on Scholar. Boom, 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 boom. In and out super quick. Looks like it did. Okay, we're done with our raptors. I don't remember where the jungle curls are. Probably just in this general area. Seeing that they gave me a dot. Alright. Some of y'all need these toads. Okay, white mage still needs the toads. Just done with the toads. Oh, cool. Getting to summon the chocobo. Got that yesterday as well. Really dumb that initial greens in the bag don't count towards canyon thing there. Spawns? Come on. There's where a jungle curl is, but I don't really want to switch off of summoner. Quite yet. Mantis. Cluster Mantis. I think I just gotta wait. I was talking yesterday about yeah, here we are. Here's the response. I was talking yesterday about Encyclopedia Eorzea 3 coming out. Got the date wrong. It's actually the 19th and not the 17th. So 2 more days. Alright, now we're done with those. Okay. Back to the monk. Beat up on some curls. Done with the curls. Paladin, no. No. Bard needs him. One thing I feel like I consistently mess up for this Bard rotation is I think you're supposed to Raging Strikes before you start applying your dots, because the dots are affected, the individual ticks of the dots are affected by Raging Strikes. So technically you'd want to start with just a Q to get your GCD rolling, and then immediately hit a Raging Strikes and a Mage's Ballad before applying your dots. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that logic works out. My brain thinks, hey, alright, I've got these dots, I want to get them on as early as possible. But I think just waiting a single GCD... Oh, there's more toads over here. That would have been nice to know. But I think just waiting a single GCD to get Raging Strikes off of cooldown. Or on cooldown, I guess. It's probably better. Giant pelicans. Okay, we can hit these up. So now that I think about it, so the reason that I'm thinking about it is I'm pretty sure the 90 rotation honestly, yeah, now I don't remember, because I feel like with the 90 rotation, sorry for the train here, it's a loud one, you're also a little more worried about, you know, buff alignment and stuff like that, so there's more of a reason to hold on to something like Raging Strikes as opposed to solo. Done with their curls. Goon, no. White Mage, no. Warrior, yes. Rum bum bum bum. I was hoping to kill it before it went off. Gotta deal with this paralysis. I think that's it. Probably gonna head back to Monk here. Maybe Black Mage. Yeah, probably Black Mage. I keep on meaning to look back up the Black Mage rotation. I do that once I make my way to Wineport here. Telling myself to do it, and then I log off and don't. So, way to guarantee that I will do it is to check it out. The balance, master DPS, Black Mage, leveling guide. What level am I in? 37. Start with Blizzard 3, right? That's what I've moved to. Yeah, and if I need to hold on, do another Blizzard 1, then do my Thunder. My Thunder 3 or Thunder 1. We don't have Thunder 3 yet. I do my Thunder 1 and then Fire 3, then Fire 1 spam until yeah, I had it right. Then I'm supposed to actually hold on to the procs for refreshes or maybe movement as well. I was doing it mostly right, other than dumping my procs a little early. Ah, the conquering hero returns, and so quickly too. You're as strong as you are kind and wonderfully trim of waist. I shall make sure to keep you in mind should any future troubles creep up. Yeah. Where's that cork I asked for? If you believe that loitering will secure you a glass of something, you are very much mistaken, and possibly dead to me. A light, porous wood used in sealing wine bottles. Now, this seems like fine cork. Just the right amount of it. Or, sorry, just the right amount of give. Some air comes through, but not the moisture. So lucky as to give the barrels... I should be so lucky as to have barrels full of this. Only my people were as efficient at finding it. Or... let's see if do I have any new gear. Let's go through. Jobs, let's see if there's anything new. White Mage probably is going to get something. Back over. Psychotic looking mask. Mona Lisa smile. Edgard seems to be in a state of some excitement this fine morning. The etiquettes, pardon me, wine labels to laymen such as yourself, used by our winery bear the noble countenance of Master Byr-Gallant himself. As such, our esteemed Vintian has invited a famed Old Don miniaturist, very well known, probably the most famous miniaturist in all of the land, to fashion a label truly worthy of a classic vintage. He is due to arrive today. I beg you, won't you go down to the Raincatcher Gully docks and meet him? I fear he will be mobbed by admirers, and I'd not have him molested, at least until the portrait is done. Boom, boom. That is treasure maps, which you can't do yet. Keep moving and schmoving. Yes, I'm the miniaturist. Pardon me if I do not give you my name. I travel incognito, such is my fame. Ah, Master Baggerlant awaits. I will fly to him forthwith. We have much to discuss, the Master and I. Our artistic differences are many and sundry, yet I cannot resist returning for another etiquette. He is a model in 1,000, that one. Model in 1,000, that one. There we go. Complete silence. God. Are truly annoying in that aspect. Our expert in etiquettes has just been by. Simply marvelous. I shall order the chilled wine taken to his quarters at once. Ah, how sweet it is to have the miniaturist here again. It has been full 5 years for the calamity stripped our vines, our first bottling in half a decade, and oh, so to see the Master's beatific visage captured again. Edgar would have you, get out of the way, have you once again slay his demons. The vineyard wastes much water, washing sugar and chaff off the grapes, the spoilage and dregs from vats and barrels, and all of it goes off into the river. The richness of the swill chokes the river, and gigant toads feast on the scum. Rafters were horrible. These are thrice as bad. Slay them for us, for me, M. One thing that I can, efficiency-wise, is... Well, I guess it's an argument about efficiency. You would kind of have to know beforehand, and plan that route beforehand, because it could be efficient to take the quest to do something else, like we did with the cork bulbs, and then also while I'm here, because I don't necessarily know that the next quest in line would also be dealing with these gigantoids. Got another level up here. say, what is that thing's name? And then, now I get the joke. Anise, chocolate, and a hint of toad. Okay. Oh, Master Bergalant will be so pleased, but it grieves me that our wine has spoiled the river so. Perhaps I can construct some system to make our swill sweeter. Crit. Alrighty. Kamani Lomani has another bright idea. There's a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vignerans of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm, you see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh, and I was one with all creation. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bergalant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the Vignerans tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Durium Florium. Not Durium, just Durham. Bacchus wine. Ugh, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought it could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. Bacchus is Bacchus just Roman Dionysus, or is it somebody else? But a god of revelry and winemaking and that kind of stuff. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. Never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Dead end. Once again. No luck. Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. Not vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogamoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Pick that one up. Shamani Lomani appears to be in deep thought. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbren as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health. It was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Riskilt can tell you where to find them. Going to 100% need a lesson in Rogadan pronunciation. In Encyclopedia Orzia, they talk about it, but they more talk about the language that sea wolves use, and not necessarily the pronunciation. Sort of like, Bluefus Wind is like a woman of the wind or something like that. Very Skipper. How women have certain endings to their name versus men and stuff like that, but not the actual English pronunciation. Dressed, you mean the hermit? I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. A pretty sight. Clear it up a bit. What? What do you want? Omani Rosso. Shamani Lomani's first attempt at winemaking. At least the name sounds legitimate. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Dress is suffering from extreme duress. Can't sleep. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Hey, weirdo. Boom, 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 boom. Couple more. What the hell is this thing? Boom, 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 boom. I called those mildew. Now that I look at it again, that literally is just mildewed. They just combine the D. Or chop off an L. Not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me. Even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... No one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. He's not actual Garlean. Drest appears to be in greater control of his faculties. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope one day to do the same. Give me a second. I need a quick snack, a little banana or something. Hopefully that does the job. I remember this. I just hated trying to find the door again. Alrighty. Click the palm wine. Exactly. Fermented tree sap. From the first time that I did this quest line, or the first time that I paid attention when I did this quest line, I thought the idea was this dressed guy was supposed to be like an idiot savant, but it seems like he's more just like a, well, I guess you could call somebody who's kind of gets drunk off of homemade wine an idiot savant. It's been some time in. What news do you have of Dressed? Sap of a palm tree fermented inside an island coconut shell. Far more potent than wine made from grapes. Palm wine, if brewed for too long, can cause loss of eyesight or even death. Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. Well, not so different, Trust and I. Two men have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he's been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Em. Brimming with glee, and he wishes to share the reason why with you. By the gods, Em, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was just going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus wine grape. Or Bacchus grapevine, sorry. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Now I'm worried that this quest is going to be about, like, basically what you see at, you don't really see it as much now because more people are more savvy to it, but what you used to see at garage sales where people are, you know, garage sales, storage wars, pawn shop, that kind of shit. Where people make some discovery about something that some layperson doesn't understand the value that they have. I'm not sure the banana did the work. Might have to end up taking an early stream so I can get some lunch. Oh, hello again. What is it? Broad green leaf from a thought to be extinct Bacchus grapevine. It's just a leaf, isn't it? Only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. Found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gobu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from the vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gobus are more territorial than others. You may have to defend yourself. It'd be in the way if I try to just go for it. Boom, 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 brum, 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 brum. Smacking me hard. Push him off soon. There we go. And we got the level up. It's nice. Bacchus cutting Shamani Lomani. Hello, Vocal. How are you doing this morning? I guess it's afternoon now. Shamani Lomani. What did dress have to say, Em? Tell me everything. A cutting from a Bacchus grapevine, a variety of sweet wine grape thought to be long extinct. Ah, I was right. The smell, this texture. Hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could. Stoic face. What game is it? It is Final Fantasy XIV. 12 as my witness. It is Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Berglint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus. But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. I should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, M. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Whiskate. Well, yes, I very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Alrighty. I think we're right there. Done with the Company of Heroes quest line. I think once I'm done with this, I might end up calling it a stream, because I do need some food in me. Oh, Ishtola showed back up. Let's take a look. Greetings, Em. I thought it fitting that I seek you out and offer my gratitude for all that you have accomplished. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me, so what of the wine I asked you to bring? A vintage wine from the year 1547 of the 6th Astral Era. Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Em. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Got a Gobu Sproutling. Talk to Ishtola. Ishtola is concerned for your well-being. You have the look of a man who's been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals of for a banquet held in his own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Ishtola, Sir Progression. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, you must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Im has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the Company of Heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria, If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test M with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. M, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he had no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags in progression and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Some of the dancers pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. In progression, Titan's Bane. In progression, Titan's Bane! Cool. Look at the bronzed-skinned beauty. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Talk to these folks. Seeing everyone again like this brings back such fond memories. Wonder if any of them would be interested in reforming the company. Tasty fresh treats are plentiful in belly of Brayflocks. It feels wonderful to be with the others again. I wish this day would never end. Do you have anything else to say? No. Weird meat thing and some, like, custard thing? I don't even know. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Laminsa, Eorzea. Oh, great, here's the train. Let me give it a second. Think not of Limsa Laminsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever fighty think. Gabbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. I am, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Lan Denel sends his regards. You're a veteran of countless battles, Em. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You're blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You're kind to indulge them, Em. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Dun, 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 dun. I think this might be right where the right where we go off to Titan. So I'm going to call it here, so I can get that lunch. Thank you anybody who stopped on by, Vocal, and if you're still around, anyone else who might have stopped on by, or just decided to lurk. If you wouldn't mind giving the stream a like, that would help me out a ton. And if you're catching the VOD, if you don't mind giving a like, that would help me out a ton. You can catch me next time I stream by giving a subscribe to the channel so that you get those go live notifications. Right about to where Titan, got a random dude flying around out there. I wonder why. Right about to the time where we're gonna fight Titan, which means we can also catch up with our job quests for Summoner once that's done. And yeah, got a pretty clean plan ahead. What's the level of this as you wish? 33, or it's MSQ starting to catch up to our job levels, so I'm probably going to need to start sprinkling in some more dungeon runs, especially with the healers, at the start of streams. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I will see you next time I